Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. Oh man, this is awesome news. AVAX back on track. This falling wedge and double bottom play out working perfectly. Okay, so again, I'm hoping you caught my video from yesterday. See this little 0.618 fib level holding very strong. Right back on track. Keep in mind, we're not completely out of the woods yet, but we're mostly good. And I'll explain more about that here in a moment. So if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Hit the like button, comment below if you get a chance. Please help grow the channel, get this in front of more people who deserve a fighting chance to not get destroyed by the market or those 50 to 100x leverage idiots out there. So what I want to look at really quick is back-end data and just kind of verify a few things first. When it comes to AVAX, this coin is a lot of liquidation to the downside. We got to recognize we're hitting somewhat of a support range, but there is still a possibility, I think it's albeit low, where we could see a $33 tested. Again, this is the monthly look back. There's a heavy concentration at about $33.33. So just round number 33, 33, 33. Okay, that's the range that we see the price action potentially sweeping before it legs up from here. Keep in mind that's a worst case scenario. I think that's less likely. Granted, pending Bitcoin holds 69 or 70,000. Okay, there is a potential pullback for Bitcoin on the horizon as well, just based on the way that things have been shaping up here. We also got to recognize we look at the smaller time frames. This is where we got a bit different of a story. We've got a lot of liquidation at that $37 mark that I've talked about previously. We looked at this yesterday, as a matter of fact, upwards of $37.50. There's just some late shorts and high leverage shorts. So sorry, high leverage idiots, you're going to get destroyed here soon. Strong likelihood of that. Again, they're hedged just above this 0.382 fib level. It makes sense. Again, that's where you typically want to put a stop loss is above a key level resistance, but generally speaking, let's find out if that has any potential to get swept here. So heads up too on this as well. If you're new to the community, which we got a lot of new AVAX members in our community, congrats to everyone here so far. We do have trade signals, of course. Make sure you take advantage of that. 21% DYDX, CASPA 100%, and then Bitcoin 40%. All those trades matured in different time frames. One was a day, one was over a month. The other was a few days. Honestly, swing trades are like that, folks. So if you're going to be swing trading, you got to be ready to hold on for a little bit longer. Exactly why you want to use low leverage and low position size so you can sustain those dips and those ebbs and flows. Looking at the daily time frame, let me go ahead and remove this X just so you can kind of see that's where we wanted to consider entry as a bounce off this most recent resistance at $36. We've since seen that. We're upwards of 37 now at this point. And we can see, though, that this 0.382 fib level at $37.25 is right there where the 20-day SMA is at. Okay? So with us being below these moving averages, we still got to recognize we're not in the clear 100%. However, we're over the 50, and the 50-day SMA is a big deal in a lot of cases for a moving average on the daily time frame. At least for me, it's proven to have a good track record. Okay, same thing with the 22, but we'll be there here shortly. Having said that, though, we're now tentatively above the 50-day SMA. RSI rather. And what I want to recognize here is that I say, and I want to emphasize tentative. We're not officially above it just because we're above it right now. You got to recognize we have somewhere in the range of 5.5 hours left, almost 6 hours left of trading before this candlestick closes. Okay, that's why you go on a daily average, not just an hourly or a 4-hour average. The larger time frame helps you understand the larger ebbs and flows and the movements. Okay, we haven't converged on the MACD yet either, but we're getting there. Okay. Stochastic has converged, and of course, that's why we felt confident, or I felt confident yesterday recommending a long position to my community at that level. Okay, again, that's just kind of something, if you saw that video yesterday, you'll know, but generally speaking, stochastic RSI on the daily is usually a good foreshadow of what's going to happen, and that was occurring on Bitcoin as well. Okay, so Bitcoin's been swinging up on the stochastic for some time, and again, it got a lot of confirming factors there, and then, of course, this falling wedge plus double bottom, it's almost a win-win in all cases. All right, so keep in mind, though, we're not out of the woods yet, as I mentioned before. Well, we're over 50 on the RSI. Money flow index is right there with it. Stochastic is kind of topping out. So it would make sense for the price action to consider pullback soon, considering we are at an 8 on TD sequential. Bitcoin is also at an 8, or no, Solana. Handful of other altcoins are at an 8. Most altcoins are getting this overextended state. Okay, so a pullback would make perfect sense. And do you want to guess where the pullback might occur to? That's right, the most recent resistance level, most recent resistance range at about $36.20. That's going to be our new bottom. So how this is supposed to work out, this is what typical trading looks like, is the price action comes up here, pulls back to that most recent high, uses as a new low, and continues higher. It's generally the consensus. So we're going to look at our volume profile, our TPO here in a moment on the hourly and kind of see where we're at. But generally speaking, this current volume profile based on the most recent price action gives us a lot of support at $36 as well. You just got to recognize we're coming into a resistance range at 36.80 for the previous volume profile. that was a previous support turned into a new resistance. Yeah. Again, a lot of little things to kind of think about. I know I'm throwing a lot of info at you, but the truth is most of these signs are bullish. We're above almost every moving average. Minus stochastic, we're swinging upwards in a very positive way. I just want you to recognize too that when we hit an 8 on TD sequential, a 9 is to follow. In most cases, when you see a 9 like this, the price will reverse itself and turn itself around. Now, I'm not proposing we're going to see a significant drop. I don't think we're going to go back in this range again. But if we do, we'll revisit that and potentially see where we're at. However, I think that we're going to get a good chance at $36 holding as a support. We do take a look at this, this range here too, liquidation. A lot of liquidation upwards of 37.5. So if you're going to consider securing profits, 37.25, 37.5, right in that range would be solid. Okay, even just below that fib level, maybe even just say 37 even or 37.15. Those are, that's a good way to secure profits, is to ensure you set your targets just before a key fib level or previous resistance. Having said all that, we can actually see the price action on the smaller time frame came down to this $36 mark and pivoted perfectly. Okay, so it's almost already performed the action I talked about previously. But just keep in mind with us being overextended on the 4 hour, there's still a chance we see a retest of that support. Okay. Let's see here. So we want to go ahead and take a quick peek here, of course, at the Ichimoku Cloud. Confirm we have zero reason to consider a short, every reason to leave your long position open. There's no reason to short against this. Okay. I don't know why people are shorting the market right now. I've heard a lot of people getting destroyed in other communities. And unfortunately, that's par for the course with, I guess, with people that have just trade on overextension period. Hey, don't get me wrong. You could short right now to 36 and possibly have some success. But why do that when everything's screaming bullish behavior? Like, why swim upstream when you can just cruise downstream and in a boat instead of trying to swim upstream with your hands or your legs or whatever it is you use to swim? I think you use them all. Anyways, what I'm getting at here is don't make trading harder on yourself. People do that all the time because they go against the grain. The grain right now is bullish momentum by Bitcoin, calling all the shots. Until that shifts, I propose that you consider long positions. Taking a look here at our TPO. In case you're not familiar, this is the time price opportunity. It's like a newer indicator on TradingView. I like it because it gives us perspective on the recent point of control. Whereas we can see that the bulls had controlled this lower level here at about $35 yesterday. Now, currently right now at this point, $36.35 is that support. Okay? That basically just means we have the most amount of volume in the last 24-hour period since 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time yesterday. That $36.32 is the average amount of volume, which implies that that is the most amount of support we're going to have. What do you know? That's just above that $36 support level that we could see as a new pivot moving forward if the price does pull back. So again, just a lot of little things to kind of think about, I know, but all these things do and should empower you to become a better trader. If you want a little bit more hands-on, I do have a Trading Academy community and signals group linked down below for that. Of course, you can be eligible for these trades here that we took, and obviously just have some fun with it. If you aren't, that's cool too. At least use Bitunix as the recommended exchange for our community. They've been phenomenal to our community here. They're providing a nice little exclusive bonus for anyone who used my link to register previously or wants to use it moving forward. So if you want to check that out, between now and June 30th, upwards of $500 bonus for a $3,000 deposit. Pretty easy money, honestly. And there's no limitations on what kind of trading you can do with that. Either way, check us out on Twitter, Telegram, Discord, YouTube Shorts, TikTok Shorts, and the whole 9 yards. It's all there for you. Link down below. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much for your time. We'll see you soon. Goodbye.